about 9 AM. I thought I'd show you a typical day at the office for a PhD student. One of the cool things about doing a PhD is you get to be independent and set your own schedule. So if you're more of a night person, you can do that. I have 24-hour access to the building 7 days a week. One of the problems with doing that though is you miss out on meeting up with people, seeing people in the hallway, having lunch with people, just being recognized by everybody else in the department. So even if you're more of a night person, or 2 to 10 seems more reasonable for you, I do recommend making sure a couple of days a week at least you do 9 to 5. I don't know, I just find it's a good habit, even though I don't really stick to it all the time. So how do I organise my day? Well, I have here my to-do list, and I also have on here a general schedule that I kind of put together at the start of the year. Now, I don't actually follow this very often. Basically, the gist of it is though I get a bit of everything fit in if I schedule my time. I do some reading, I do some language practice, I look up some books to borrow, I eat, I do some writing every day, and I read an actual book. I tend to every day try and read a couple of journal articles, but sort of once a week I try to get cover to cover through a whole book in addition to that. And I read on top of that as well, but this is my bare minimum everyday kind of thing, and then I have other stuff to do on the weekends. But yeah, I don't really follow this schedule most of the time. Usually I just reprioritize based on what's going on at the time. And I don't get a lot of this stuff in every day, but across the week I try to cover all of this stuff generally. So today I've got two main things I'm working on. First up is this. It's a form for the Thai government about my research. I just have to kind of briefly summarize in Thai what's going on. My friend Bunutri, who was in one of my previous videos for 2 seconds, she offered to help me translate what I want to say into Thai because my grammar is a bit sketchy sometimes. She wrote out corrections to what I wanted to say, and so now I have to kind of transfer that onto the computer and type it up all properly. So that shouldn't be too taxing. I just need to type basically until I get it in. The other thing that I'm doing today is working on my TPR presentation. Now, TPR stands for Thesis Proposal Review. A lot of other universities call this a confirmation of candidature. It's kind of like the big milestone after your first year of your PhD that you have to do. So it generally incorporates a formally written up document that I have to submit, but also a seminar presentation. And that's to present a proposal of my research. So I have to outline a literature review, what my research questions are, what my methodology is, any issues I think I may encounter in the field, where I'm going, all of that put into a 45-minute talk, and then I get Q&A from academic staff and other people who come to the seminar, who kind of pick out, if they see any problems with the research framework I've proposed, or if they have anything they're more curious about. So I'm working on that at the moment, particularly the presentation aspect. So I'm currently drafting a script for what I'm gonna say. So far I've got my opening down on paper. So today I'm gonna polish that a bit and maybe start adding some more of the literature stuff to follow. So that should pretty much take me the day, I think. Okay, got most of that done. So now I'm gonna go to the library, return a book, pick up another one, get some lunch, and then I'll come back and spend the afternoon on the TPR. About 4 o'clock now. I haven't had the most productive afternoon really. I wrote some more stuff for my TPR draft, but and it was a bit crap, so I deleted a lot of it, and so I've made some progress, but not as much as I would have liked. But you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I'll probably put in a few hours tonight and try and get a bit more done, so I feel like I've done what I wanted to do today. I'm not very good at writing bad stuff, which I think is an important skill to have for this level of study, as long as you can also write stuff that's good, of course. Because I'm such a perfectionist sometimes, and I like what I write to be really polished on the first draft, and that makes my drafting process take a lot longer than it has to. Sometimes I really have to just force myself to write just whatever comes to mind, just no matter how crummy I think it is, and then go back and edit it. And you know, I make progress a lot faster that way, but it's just hard to get out of that habit, you know. Okay, so it's a little after 5 o'clock now, so I'm gonna call it a day, go eat some tacos, and maybe I'll do some more work later on, we'll see. So, I thought I'd just finish up the vlog with an extract from where my TPR is at. So, here we go, I'll just read one paragraph from the beginning. I start with a quote from an interview I did last year for something else. The current title is Growing Up Karen, Engaging with External Institutions in the Village Through the Experiences of Children. We'll see how long that title lasts. Konaka Siajai. This particular girl, who went to high school in the city of Chiang Rai, spoke about how ethnic Thais commonly looked down on her as a member of a hill tribe and treated her poorly simply because they had power that she lacked. I then asked about her school experience and whether bullying was a problem from the Thai students. Her demeanour immediately changed as she emphatically spoke about the wonderful Thai friends she had in class. The school environment was a completely different story to being out and about in Thai society generally. To borrow from Lakia Sarroub, the classroom was in some respects an oasis for this girl. For Sarroub's Yemeni migrant informants, their US classroom offered a sanctuary from social and cultural norms, a place unlike any other space. Sarroub's framework doesn't really fit with village schools in Thailand for a number of reasons, but it highlights important discussions surrounding the permeability and/or boundedness of coexistence spaces and identities for minority youths. So, that's all I've got for today. If anything interesting comes up in the next few weeks, then I'll make a vlog about it, but for the time being, the next few I've got planned are going to be talking a bit about the lead up to my PhD, how I got here, what I've done before in different degrees and stuff. So until then, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.